Hello, peoples of the internet and YouTube. This is the R and ER Welwer, Robert Wells, and you're watching The Dragon's View. Now, I'm certain that many of you, at least in the US, have seen the trailer for or have heard of the new film called God's Not Dead. I myself have seen 5 ads on YouTube, 2 on Pandora, and 3 video responses from people I'm subscribed to on YouTube, while the other aforementioned response videos I've seen have been pretty well thought out and made videos, links of which will be in the description. I thought I'd give my thoughts on the subject anyway. And as a somewhat annoyed atheist, I'd like to start out by responding to the phrase, "God's not dead." I've seen it plastered all over the place, and I've even been shown the music video for the song it's named after, which evidently will be in the movie, and I just find it that it's stupid that no one has ever thought to comment on the phrase at all. So this is what I, Robert Wells, a very adamant and outspoken atheist, has to say about the phrase, "God's not dead." Of course he's not dead, are you freaking kidding me? That's right, an atheist just said that God is not dead, and I'm proud to proclaim it too. Do you want to know why? Because the word dead implies that he ever lived in the first place. Now I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from Christians and other people about this, but it's true. So it's my opinion that all atheists need to stop using the phrase God is dead, because it's stupid. And theists need to stop saying God's not dead, because you need to freaking prove it. The moment you actually show any evidence about the existence of God, I will lay down my title as an atheist and begin to believe in your God. That doesn't mean I'd worship him, but at least I'd believe in him. But anyways, about the film. It's stupid and offensive. It's offensive because it portrays atheists as nothing more than rude assholes that have nothing better to do but to suppress and put down Christians. I'm really freaking sick and tired of Christians trying to paint themselves as weak and beaten victims, and as if it's going to somehow support their God claims. And making atheists out to be so blatantly rude to boot is just insulting. I mean, if anyone in this situation, here in the US at least, is being suppressed, it's the atheists. We're not the ones trying to push bullshit legislation down non-atheist throats. Sorry, back to the movie. Well, the story is basically about a Christian college kid in a psychology class with a hardcore atheist professor teaching it. And obviously, arguments ensue. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I found myself actually rooting in favor for the Christian kid, because the teacher just is such an asshole. I mean, he practically drives the atheist point of view down the throats of all the kids in the class, and that's just wrong and highly illegal.
I'm Professor Radisson, and this is Philosophy 150. I would like to bypass senseless debate altogether and jump to the conclusion, which every sophomore is already aware of: there is no God. All that I require from each of you is that you fill in the papers I've just given you with 3 little words: God is dead.
And I'd like to emphasize the point of it being illegal. Separation of church and state applies to religion in schools and goes both ways. Atheists can't take and force their views down the throats of Christians, and Christians can't force their views down the throats of atheists. And teachers aren't even allowed to voice their affiliation to the students, and for a good reason. They are in a position to take and influence the minds of the students, and it's just not right for them to take and force a opinion about religion upon these people at all. This makes the whole premise of the movie just moronic and stupid and laughable. And perhaps the most laughable part, and part that made me crack up the most, was when the kid took and made the comment about science somehow confirming God.
Science supports his existence. You know the truth.
I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? Science reports his existence. And then there was the part where he kept repeating, "Why do you hate God?"
So why do you hate him? It's a very simple question. Why do you hate God?
If any of you actually ask atheists this question, let me ask you this. How can an atheist like me actually hate something which they don't believe in? That's not to say I don't like many of the characteristics attributed to God by the Bible and Christians, but I don't hate him. It'd be like me hating Voldemort for what he did to Harry. I mean, I don't even believe either of them exist. Christian logic at its finest. Well, anyway, that's all I have to really say on the film. The link to the trailer is down below if you really want to watch it. I'm the R and ER Welwer, Robert Wells, and this has been The Dragon's View. See you next time!